So it's Monday morning and we're off to make some fields bigger. Just before the sun rises, look. I just got a little job to do just before I take the plough off. So we'll get the 95E all started up and get on with it. Let's see if she starts. Cold start, so she's away. Yeah, I've just got a few fields which the grass margins around the outside are no longer getting paid for, so they're going to be narrowed down a little bit. Still going to let people walk along the edge, but they're just going to be ploughed up a bit. So anyway, well, this plough is, you can actually use it for in the furrow, you know, to travel in the furrow like the Cultivating, or you can go on land, which obviously this is on the crawler, so I can't run a track in a furrow, so it runs on top. But I'll just show you the mechanism as it unfolds, which is that little bit there. There's a couple of taps that I've got to turn, and I'll show you how it works. So these two rams here, they've got a tap on, which is this one here. Turn that one off, and the same the other side, which is this one here. Turn that one off, and then there's two more taps up here. So one here, you turn that on, and this one on, and then it works that ram in there. What that will do is that will push this bit right up to the top on that pivot there. That pivot there. I'll show you how it works. I'm going to get back in the cab and I'll show you inside now, and I'm just going to work the lever as if I'm going to turn the plough over. So you can see now that it just moves forward. See that bit there, look, just moving. And that's what it does. So that is now in position to work on top now. You can run your tracks on top. So now I need to just turn the taps back off again. You can see on the top there where I had to weld it up again on there. So then back outside, so this tap now has to be turned off, and that one in there needs to be turned off, and then this one here can be turned back on again, which is the turnover, and this one this side, turn that back on again. So now the oil will go back to these two here, which is that one, and then that one. We're ready to go now. I'm not going to grease it up this morning because I've only got, I don't know, probably an hour, less than an hour. Take the hammer off and just let the old gal warm up this morning a bit. No high revs just yet. Well, not that we do anyway, but need to just let it warm up. Well, it's certainly a lovely morning. I'll just get this these few headlands done, or these few extra little bits done, and then we'll be on with some drilling. So these are just the edges, what we're sort of shaping up a bit. Started some ploughed work which I done several weeks ago now, but you can see that all steaming down there, look, it's all steaming. It's another one, another strip going, just leaving a walkway though down the side, you can see. It's another one, not going to be too bad. I'm doing this freehand down there as well. Look at it all steaming, look, it's all steaming there, look. Now look where I'm going really. Well, what a lovely morning. I've just been and looked at some more bits of what we got to do. But yeah, look at that, sunrise. Anyway, this is the sort of thing we're doing. We're just taking these edges off the fields there. You can just see that's what we're up to. but I'll be in here later on today. So we're going to start drilling, putting wheat in here. So we'll just run the top down over this bit on the edge here and just sort that out. Job done. Steaming this morning. It's another one going. Still leaving a walkway though. I just took out a little bit off there where the sugar beet is now, so that'll be lifted very soon, and then we'll be in here drilling this. Won't be long. Look at it steaming. Look. Well, that's it. That's the last time I was to have the plough on, unless this beet land needs ploughing and the weather turns rough. This little bit of headland here hasn't been ploughed up for at least, well, it's got to be 20 years. So you see, I had to have the plough quite wide. Furrows, I bet they were 20-inch furrows on there. That was up to, I bet that was well over 4 meters just to get this little bit here. Anyway, you see it all steaming. Yeah, you can see it steaming. Look. What a lovely morning it is though. Anyway, back to the farm and we're off drilling. So we're back at the farm. I just got to turn these taps off and set this back to as if I'm in the furrow, and then I can drop it off. It just folds up neatly then. So there's them 2 taps, we just turn in there and there. So we're back in the 95E. I'm just going to work the spool valve, which is that one there. I'm just going to work that, and then the plough closes up. See there, that just folds up quite neatly. And that is it. I'm just going to turn the taps, turn that one off, that one in there, it's a bit stiff, that one there, and then turn that one back on, and that one back on. So I just backed up in the shed. We're going to drop that off now. I did forget to mention that this plough is also hydraulic vary width. I'll just demonstrate it so I can push it out. Look, that's really wide. That's going to be about 4.5 meters there, and then I can close it up, and it's going to be about 2.5 there. So yeah, it's just hydraulic vary width. So we're now going to drop the plough off, and this is the last time I'm going to use this, possibly this year. So there's the foot stand. We're just going to put the stand down. We've got these hydraulic pipes which come out the back, so we're just going to pop them out. I really need 2 hands to do this, but they need to come out. I've just got the pipes out of the back. Now we just need to get these clips off the arms, which is there. Just need this little clip out here, pin out there, and that clicks up. I'm going to need a pin just to do that. So I've got this pin here, which is in the back. I'll just get that and give that a wallop. That's that out. That's that little job done. I'll put the pin back in there, which holds that up in place. Just up in there like that. I always like these little R-clips on the inside, so when I'm in the seat I can see that they are still there, which is my little quirk. Pipes out at the back here, and we'll get this other pin out of this side. So we'll pull the pin out, pull this pin out here, and this lever which holds the plough in there. Look, just pull that back, and we can put the pin back in there. Goes in there. Put that one in there as well. Again, I can see them from the cab to make sure they're not missing. If they was to ever come out and lose this pin, you know what's going to happen, don't you? So we're back in the 95E. We're just going to drop the arms down a bit, and then what I want to achieve is the top link pin becoming loose. And what I mean is that bit there. You can see at the top, so there's a pin in there. I need to get that out, which is that bit there. So I just need to drop it down, which is about there, I would say. We'll go and get the pin. You can see there's the pin, the top link pin. It's got a bush in there, and that is actually loose now, so we'll get that out. We started to pull the pin out, so anyway, you get the pin out there, get that out. So that's that pin out. There's a little bush in there. We just need to get this bush out here. Get it. There it is. Let's have a bush on the top link. Now I can just move forward and go. So that's the top link pin with the bush, which I have in there. Which goes in there. That's now out. There's the arms with the bar, which is now out. That side is out. Just got to drive forward. You can see there's a little bit of wear on there now. So we're back in a 95E. I'll just select forward and spool number 1 down a little bit. We'll drop the arms. That'll leave and go forward at the same time if we can, and that should unhook. And we should be able to go forward. Oh no, we're hooked up on the old plough. Work every time. Yeah, sometimes it just hooks up on one of the arms and it just won't let it go. But I think we're there now. Yeah, it's dropped down a bit further. I'd really liked it to down, but anyway, we're off. We're clear. Yeah. At least I can hook it up still next time. Yeah, when I just dropped this off, the foot had sunk in, so I've just put that underneath there now and picked that up with a forklift, so that should be better now. Yeah, a bit of a strange one. I dropped it off and well, I think the foot just sunk into the ground, but anyway, I've got a bit of wood on it now, so out of the workshop. And a bit of a hand from Joseph. You see him pick the front up. It's going to be a top down day today, I think. There she is. We'll get that all hooked up. Drills on. Ready. Bradley's just having a clean out. We're ready to go drilling. And then we'll be off. Just having a bit of a clean out. You're getting this grass stuff out of there. Get this hooked onto the top there. I might just give it a bit of a wash. Off we go. Just bagging up to the top there. There is really no sort of wow, looking at that drawbar down there, you just can't see it, but that's normally about there, I would say. So let's go and see. Well, I went far off the drawbar. You have to take this pin out of here now. Get that out there. You just hold that there. That pin comes out there. And then slide the drawbar across. Just goes there like that. Just with my foot. I'll put the pin back in there. Just goes in there like that. Up to there. And that has to go in there. So we'll get this one out. Wait on, because it's all full of soil from ploughing. So we'll get the pin out. So we'll lay that there. Now we've got to reverse up, and that will go in there. Just turn that around. Ready to go in there. I might even set the camera up and see how we get on. We just backed up to the top down. I think that was more luck than anything else, but anyway, should get the pin in there alright. I got it the right way round, yeah, which I have. So that just goes in there, like that. There we are. Just jiggle that about and that'll go in. We just got the pipes in. There's the spill valves here which operate the machine. This is all piped up to here. Got the pin which we've got to jiggle that in a little bit. got a stand which I need to get up. The depth, I need to just move this so that the actual ram will work. So this is the depth control on here. You can see scale of numbers. Just undo this, and this slides. I need 2 hands. Oh, up we go. Up we go. Anyway, this is a little slider. Need 2 hands for that. I just moved that up, the slider up there. I'll set that up to about 8. Doesn't need to be that tight, but that's roughly, I'd say, around about the 8-inch mark when that's on there. So, you know, depth-wise, I'll show you when we get going. So we're just in the 95E, I'll lift the wheels up, which is on number 1 spool. So the back just goes up a little bit. And then, see it going up. Then I'll go and get that stand up then. So we just get the stand up, just a pin, pull this pin out. This pin out here, which is there. And then we'll slide this leg up. Just that bit there. Slide that up. Put the pin in, hold it with my knee. Which one are we going to go for? This one. That one there. So that's the stand up. In the up position. Just put the lard clip back in. Back in there. And then we need to jiggle this pin in then. So there it is. The pin is in, located in. And then it's just this little tab at the top here, which just holds that and stops that from coming out. And the same the other side there. I'll just turn that, you can see it. There's just this little tab there that stops it from coming out. And touch wood, I've never had one come out yet. So she's still fairly clean, but I'm just going to run the pressure washer over it just fairly quickly. And just do the windows. Just need I do like clean windows. It does me head in when you can't see where you're going. Just realised we still have Spring Farms beet machine here. We'll go and have a quick look. So we got the 2 Bailey trailers. I'm presuming they are the 18-ton beet heaper trailers. They look really good. And here's the Grimmy beet harvester. I've had some beet lifted, I think it was last week, might be a week before, and they're all gone in now. That's the topper, that's the scalpels in there. That's the lifting mechanism there, got the shears, which are walking shears. And then you got the spirals in there, where the beet goes through there, and the stones get thrown in between there and out. There's a lot of workings in there. It's great big tyres. Big machine. There's all the turbines in there, look, for cleaning. Cleaning the beet as it comes through. Another one there. How many is there? 1, 2, 3. 3 turbines before it goes in the trace up to the tank. Great big tyres on there. I don't know what they are. They're Michelin too. They're Michelin tyres. Anyway, so they are, I think they're waiting to go somewhere else, I think. But anyway, I just left the machine there for a bit. Walk around the other side. Great big machine. Just seeing here. You really wouldn't want to go through there in a hurry, would you? Okay. So yeah, they done I think the field was 70, I think it's 70 acres in there. I think they've done that, I think it was last week or the week before. Yeah. So there she is. grimy. We have got a thoroughgood on the farm, which I normally lift on the kine land. But being everything's on sort of like the heavier stuff, Hannah and Simon are lifting it all for us this year. Andy's the driver, so but yeah, big old machine. Well, there we are. We had a bit of a wash, cleaned the windows. It's breakfast time now, and then we'll be pulling some land about, getting on with some drilling. Put a bit of diesel in the old girl. Get that shine on there. Shine. Now Bradley's hooking the trailer up, ready to put the seed on the trailer. Blue skies today. There we are, we got the field in. I think we're at Bentwaters. We're off to the field called Bentwaters. That was they said they had a plane come down in there from RAF Bentwaters, so hence that's why it's called Bentwaters. So we're on the Bentwaters field now. We're just pulling these tram lines out, which is what I'm doing here. And guess what? I had problems with the satellite, so I'm just doing a reboot and see if it'll sort itself out. If not, we'll be on with no satellite again. Anyway, these are the tram lines that we're just going to take out. A little bit of greenery there, although it's all been sprayed off. So then Bradley will be in drilling. But I pulled this about after the peas. So this is the first week going in here now after peas. They're marifats we grow, and you can see that's worked out really well. So that'll drill absolutely lovely in there. Just gotta hope that this satellite just boots up now. Well, I'm just waiting for that satellite to hopefully sort itself out and boot up. I'll just have a look around this top down. They had it a few years now, and probably the discs are getting a little bit worn on it now, but you can see us doing a really good job still. We're just chopping this. I mean, I only really want to just take them tram lines out, which is there, that's all, but it's hardly worth it how dry it is on there. But anyway, we're taking these tram lines out and just giving it a good old mix up under there. Look, we've got the tines in. So we've got 22 tines on there, which are on these rams here. Look, you can see these rams. So if you hit a stone or anything like that, they'll kick back and you know, save this shear bolt business. Yes, it's a really good bit of kit. Really good bit of kit. And these scrapers on these wheels here, look, which are in there. You can see we've got these little star wheels at the back. It actually goes as a leveling board just behind these tines. You see this tine here, it just leaves a little bit of a ridge. So you've got this one there, which is to my left, your left as you're looking at it, and then that one there, which will then just cover that little bit of a, well, you can call it a furrow if you like, but it's just a groove out of the tine, and with a bit of forward speed that just level that off nicely. And then we got the roller on the back there, which just compacts it down. It's a good little roller that is. All them little scrapers all on the back there. See all them all the way along there, look. And that's the sort of job that it does. You can see that, you know, it's definitely a seed bed. I mean, you'd be happy enough to drill sugar beet into there, that's how good it is. So and which we have done. We have drilled sugar beet into conditions like this. Just really good. There it is. We get back in the machine now and hope that this satellite has sorted itself out. So we got a lot to go at today now. Just waiting for the tractor. Oh, that was the thing. Didn't realise the service was nearly ready on or due on the Axion. We've gone over a little bit, so they now come out this morning to service that. So they're now busy doing that in the yard. So it's going to be a little while before the drill get here, which is a real shame, especially on these good conditions. So anyway, it is what it is. So lunchtime, hopefully Bradley will be drilling in here, and that'll be our first wheat going in. That's Graham is going in here. Seed rate's about 120 kilograms per hectare. It was quite early. And obviously the later we drill, we'll put the seed rate up as well. Can you believe that? Look, it's still not booted up. What is going on? Yeah, I forgot to add, we're not putting Avadex on these early drilled fields that we're going to do this next week. These are the lighter end, if you like, of the farm. So but some of the fields which have got black grass in, then we'll be putting Avadex on as well. Back on it again. It's gone green. We have the signal. Had to press a few buttons and sort through things and delete a bit of logging data off there. But we're on it. We're just taking these tram lines out so that we can drill. Could really say that if we knew we was going to put the tram lines in exactly the same place, we could not even take them out. So that might be something we look at in the future. Arrow satellite, look at that, look. Just rocket straight. Just so you can see what's going on in the cab, I'll put this little camera up and see how we get on. We're now just following the tram line. We're going to centre that, which is there, in the satellite, and then we're off. We've got power shift gears, so we can just keep clicking the gears. We're going to push it along in our 8th gear. We're going to run it up to about 1750 now. That'll be enough. That'll be 1800. We're getting along at nice speed now. Just taking these tram lines out, so if the wheelers aren't exactly in the same place, you won't have a just leaving the machine, just scuffing the top as I turn. I'm just into the tram line now, just reset to that. Then we're off. Machine to fold up now and then move to the next field. So we'll just leave the camera where it is and go to the next field with it on. Dust still anyway. Thought I'd get out and have a look and check these points, make sure they haven't gone, but some of these are taking a little bit of wear. Had tungsten on the edge there, look. But, they are doing a really good job though. How they wear. I mean, we're up on the forest, what we call our forest field. And you can see this top down's doing a really good job, but it's the ground is so tight. It's quite big wheelings and that. It's really, really hard. You just see that. Anyway, that's what the top down's for. Pull all these wheelings out. really testing the old girl out today. Sun's now just gone down. Just have a look at these points. We've got one or two that are taking a bit of wear today. That's one there that the tungsten gone off it. We've got some in there, one in there, one at the very end. I'm going to get this headland done. I've only got headlands to do and then we'll call it a day. So you join me back again. We're in the Challenger. And I think it's time to call it a day now. We've just done 70 acres. I've done some tram lines as well. And I think it's time to call it a day. Hope you enjoyed the video. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye. Well, that's it. That's the job done. Just folding up now, aren't we, Harry? Had my old mate with me today, ain't we, Harry?
Yeah.
See you on the next one. Bye bye.